Competition is good in any industry, especially the gaming industry, because the more competition is usually better for the consumer. But some gaming companies take it further than anybody would really expect. Some gaming companies actually have a pure hatred for each other. What is up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s, and today we're going to be checking out 10 gaming companies that absolutely despise and hate each other's guts. Let's get started. This month's giveaway is for a new PlayStation 4 console. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the PS4 and include your Twitter handle so I can contact you if you're the winner. The winner will be announced at the end of the month. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Midway and Capcom. This is the original arcade game rivalries. Back when Street Fighter II first hit the arcades, it was a massive hit, and then there was a sudden boom in the popularity of fighting games. This led to the creation of games like Tekken, Fighter's History, and of course, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was released by Midway Games and ended up being the main competitor for the Street Fighter franchise, which led to this intense rivalry between Midway and Capcom. Things even got so bad that, well, it was just bad, okay? We won't even, that's a whole nother video. It's a little more civil recently, as Midway no longer owns the Mortal Kombat franchise, and there is no longer a reason to have a direct competitor to Capcom's popular fighting game series. But back in the day, this thing was heated. At number 9, you knew this was going to be on here, Activision and Infinity Ward. We have a company feud that actually helped shape the future of the Call of Duty franchise. Infinity Ward has been under Activision's wing for a long time, but that all changed after the release of Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. Following the game's launch, there was a lot of anger between Activision and Infinity Ward due to the developers not getting the money they were owed for the game's extensive development and extra work that they did on the DLC. This is the reason why Modern Warfare 2 was so busted at launch, and it's still pretty broken to this day, as Infinity Ward didn't want to do the extra post-launch work on the game since they didn't feel they were getting fully paid for it. Now, Infinity Ward's heads were fired after they met with other publishers, and then a massive portion of Infinity Ward employees resigned and joined Respawn Entertainment, which was a new studio created by the former IW heads. But it's funny how it all comes full circle, because now there are actually old school Infinity Ward employees from back then that are coming back to Activision. I wonder, could it be for Modern Warfare 4? At number 8, Sega and Nintendo. Mario and Sonic. They're two of the biggest rivals in gaming history. Although I'm putting them down here at number 8 because they've gotten much more friendly with each other in the recent years. Back during the early days of consoles, though, the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis were dominating the market, with Mario and Sonic creating their own loyal fan bases. And according to stories, many developers tried to set up a Mario and Sonic collaboration throughout the history of the two companies, but both of them would always decline in one form or another. But things did get more civil after Sega dropped out of the console race, and nowadays we actually see Mario and Sonic collaborating pretty often, which is a pretty cool sight. But there was a time where these two beloved characters were mortal enemies. At number 7, Valve and Digital Homicide Studios. What a name. Digital Homicide Studios was an indie game publisher who was known for putting out awful crap to Steam, which is obviously owned by Valve. However, Valve eventually got fed up with them after DH started abusing YouTube's copyright tools to silence negative criticism, and then it tried to actually file a lawsuit against 100 Steam users for personal injury after they left negative reviews on their games. That's right, their games were so bad that they got butthurt, and when actual gamers went and made a video doing an honest review of them, they tried to copyright them. They tried to sue them. Basically, Digital Homicide was the video game equivalent of a kid who was never told no when they were growing up. And on December 12th of 2016, Valve told them no. They removed all their games from Steam and released a statement that they would no longer be doing any business with this company. At number 6, we have a recent entry in the battle of publishers or developers, Epic Games and PUBG Corp. Now, PUBG Corp definitely made waves in the gaming industry when it exploded. It single-handedly gave birth to a whole new battle royale craze that we've been seeing in recent months. But apparently PUBG isn't exactly stoked about them inspiring other companies. Then they filed suit against multiple development studios, including Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite. PUBG seems to have this personal vendetta against any competition, which is honestly pretty absurd when you consider the fact that their game is extremely unoptimized and made up of tons of remade assets, as well as the fact that they did not invent the Battle Royale genre, nor do they have any legal ground to do what they're doing. Given Epic Games' legal history in the gaming industry, I expect that they will probably fight this pretty hard, and PUBG is probably going to have to pay for this. You can't go around suing all competition, regardless of how popular you are or were, for the idea of Battle Royale. And the funny thing is, PUBG's actually built off the Epic Games Unreal Engine. Speaking of Epic Games, let's stick with them for number 5. How about them versus Silicon Knights? And PUBG should look at this. They should take a page out of this and see what happened. Epic has shown in the past they are willing to fight to the end in legal battles with other gaming companies when they feel like they're in the right. Silicon Knights was a developer who filed suit against Epic Games during the development of their game 2 Human, claiming that Epic's Unreal Engine was unworkable and that Epic was not following through with their promise to assist with the engine's development. However, none of the claims were true, and Epic filed a countersuit for defamation, breach of contract, and disclosing company secrets. Epic Games won the lawsuit, and Silicon Knights was forced to pay an insane amount of money and recall and destroy all of their games that were built on the Unreal Engine. And this punishment ended up driving them into bankruptcy. Now, the case between Epic and Silicon was super interesting, and it's definitely worth a read if you're interested in the Epic Games versus PUBG lawsuit that's going on right now. At number 4, Konami and Kojima Productions. This was a massive point in talking in the game community, what happened the last few years. And for those that don't know, Kojima Productions is the studio of gaming legend Hideo Kojima, creator and director of Metal Gear Solid. Kojima Productions was created in 2005 as a subsidiary of Konami, but after tons of mistreatment from the publisher, Konami and Hideo Kojima split ways in 2015, which resulted in the cancellation of Silent Hills, at which point he took his production company with him and they became an indie team. Ever since then, Konami and Kojima have had a massive beef with each other, both due to the mistreatment during their time with Konami, as well as Konami's insulting mismanagement of the Metal Gear franchise since Kojima left. This is one of the biggest in the world right here, EA versus Activision. These two titans of the gaming industry have been almost making it competition just to see who can piss off their fans the most lately. Anyway, while EA has been starting to make good changes, Activision has seemingly been double down on the things fans hate about their business practices. EA and Activision are far and away the two most financially successful publishers in the gaming industry, and their similar franchises make for some intense matchups. Call of Duty versus Battlefield, Destiny versus Anthem, Blizzard versus BioWare, and so on, so forth. EA and Activision are probably never going to go away, so this rivalry is probably going to stay alive and going for years and years to come. Let me know, which publisher do you like better, EA or Activision? At number 2, Sony versus Microsoft. Many companies have dropped in and out of the video game console race, such as Atari, Sega, Philips, and many more. But the three big boys of the console industry for the last decade or so have been Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. While Nintendo likes to do its own little thing, Sony and Microsoft have been at each other's throats since the beginning, always trying to one-up each other with hardware, exclusives, online services, functionality, pricing. We could go on. And they've gone back and forth throughout their time in the industry. At first, the PS2 had the leg up on the Xbox, then the Xbox 360 had the leg up on the PS3, and now the PS4 is back on top over the Xbox One. Only time will tell which company will stay on top in the long run, but it's always exciting to watch these two go at it with every new console generation. And finally, Sony versus everyone else. This has been a pretty big point of contention recently. Crossplay is getting more and more popular for consoles and PCs as it allows everyone to play together regardless of what platform they play on. Now, Microsoft and Nintendo have been fully on board with crossplay for Fortnite, Minecraft, Rocket League, and more, but as I'm sure you all know, Sony has been opposing just about everything in terms of PS4 crossplay options. They even went so far as to lock people's Fortnite accounts if they tried to use them on other consoles. Sony has been dominating this console generation, so much that it's gotten to the point where they can pull anti-consumer crap like this with no real consequence. But Sony seems to be burning, I think they're burning bridges, and they have a burning hatred for all the other gaming companies, and I really hope that the light bulb clicks on soon and they realize that in the end, it's ultimately about the gamers and everybody getting to experience everything together. And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 gaming companies. Well, they hate each other, or have hated each other, or they still hate each other. You guys let me know which gaming company is your favorite and which gaming company do you despise. Drop a like and make sure you guys are subscribed for more top 10s, and I'll see you soon. This month's giveaway is for a new PlayStation 4 console. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the PS4 and include your Twitter handle so I can contact you if you're the winner. The winner will be announced at the end of the month.